Hey everyone, funny story. I just videoed putting this journal together to show you and realized that I did not hit record. So I've been talking to myself for the last 15 minutes. So now I'm just going to go through and I'll give you a rundown on how we did it, and I apologize that it's done now and you don't get to see exactly the steps, but I'll try to explain it and hopefully that will help. I'll just show you how I put in one of these signatures. I do the sewing before I put in the signatures, a couple of pockets here and there, a couple of little tuck spots that I'm sewing. I might do some lace up and down a page here and there. And I just do the sewing beforehand just because it's easier. It's easier to do before everything is tucked in that book and tied down tight. So you can see up top I have 3 signatures, and I leave plenty of room because I like to stuff my pockets and stuff like that pretty big. So I leave plenty of room. But I've attached, I showed you in the video before this one, how I make that spine. And then I use my template and I line it up with the top of the spine, and then I mark where I need my holes in my signatures. And then I go ahead with my awl. This is a awl, it's super sharp. And you can buy kits with needles and awls and waxed thread online, and they're not a lot of money, so that's a bonus. Okay, so I take my awl and I clip everything together with my clips to keep everything nice and tight so that this will look like this as I'm punching those holes through. So those creases are all lined up really well. Then I'm going to punch my awl right through the whole thing on all of 5 holes. This one has 5 holes. All right, then I cut my thread and I do it 3 times the length of that page. So I have a nice long piece of thread. I go ahead and thread it. I start in the center hole. I go in and then I come out here, back in this one, and then back out here. And then I keep winding down, back in, come out, back in, then come back up and come out. And then I go back down this one, wrap it around one of the wax threads, and then bring it back up. And then I'm just tying a square knot, right over left, left over right, and I keep it, cut them so there's a little bit left, maybe if you want to put a charm on or whatever. So I hope that made sense. I'm so sorry that we don't get to watch the whole video, but hopefully that'll make sense. There are lots of wonderful tutorials out there. I just wanted to show my take on it, but it looks like the fates were not in our favor. So, and then I have all my 3 signatures attached just to this spine. And then I go crazy with the Fabri-Tac. Some people like hot glue. I use Fabri-Tac and use a ton of it. And you're sticking that spine super tight down into that little crevice right there. And then I Mod Podge on these extra flaps that are now underneath this paper, so you can't see it. But I glue it and Mod Podge it down, and then I let it dry nice and tight. And then I just have Mod Podge these papers on each side, inside and outside covers, so that later on I can put a pocket there or decorate it or whatever I want. You could do fabric again, whatever you want, whatever looks good for your journal theme. I did a neutral because this is a neutral botanical style journal. So that is how I assemble the basics of that journal. And now it's pretty much ready to decorate. I have some book pages in here. This is an accounting textbook, a gardening book, some coffee dye, music paper. This is a paper bag. I sewed down the middle. I'll be putting 2 little tags in here. Another gardening book. This is some onion paper. I just love the texture. Some coffee dyed, some old notebook paper thingy. Some good old cardstock just to make some hefty pockets with. And then you've kind of seen all of this already. The other side of that paper bag. Some pockets. And I kind of repeat the same general theme. I might have something different here and there. This is from a super old book, and I love the natural patina on that. An envelope. I'll probably snip the end off right there just to make a pocket. I dyed that on my husband's honeycomb. Super cool. Can you see that? I love it. Anyway, couple more pockets, some garden books, you know, nice botanical theme. That's funny, that one's upside down. That's okay. Calendar paper, and I just leave these on because I think it's fun. That one I did with a doily. Oh, and this is one that I've already put together in a kit. Just a couple of pages ready to decorate. So it should be super fun, and I'll make another video as I get this decorated and we do a cover and some fun things like that. So hopefully you find it useful. Thanks. Bye.